What it do, what it is. This is the Peace Dealer. Welcome to Transit Talk. Um, this is ideal right now, but I am unsatisfied. Let me do some magic. Oh, I tried to lift the seat, but I was wrong. I was already high. All right. Screw it. Welcome to Transit Talk. What's up, y'all, in the live chat? What's up, Egyptian Pearl? What's up, Brianna? What's up, Nika? What's up, Luna? What's up, Meg? I see you, Day Day, under the mystic moon. What's up, Brittany? We got Divine Evolution. Yeah, we got Jenny in the building. We got Chris. Oh, what's up, Carolyn? See, a lot of y'all don't know. A lot of y'all, I don't think a lot of y'all are hip to Soul Garden. So back in like 2014, 2013, 2012, when I had just learned astrology, I was doing astrology shows with Carolyn Mayberry at Soul Garden. All right. And we had it lit. I'm not gonna lie. Carolyn and I broke down got some tea. She's a Cancer, so we would just dish all the tea on the current events with Christopher Witecki. Good memories, good memories. Yeah. So shout out to those of you who remember that. That was back in the day. That was like 2, 3 years ago. Like damn, it was a while ago. But I mean, not that long at the same time. But yes, welcome to Venus in Cancer, the final battle of love. Shout out to those of you who have Venus in Cancer. Damn, I don't know how you do it, to be honest, because I have Venus in Taurus, and that's the natural position for it. It's very grounded. It could really give a damn less about anything else but food. So it's lit. Like food, if you have Venus at Taurus, food is like the greatest thing ever. But Venus in Cancer, literally, and anyone who has Venus in Cancer can like co-sign me here. Having Venus in Cancer for some odd reason is like being thrown into a soap opera that you're literally obligatorily have to be in every 2 days. There's just some drama. See, it's good because it brings romance. That's one thing. Venus in Cancer is the Two of Cups energy, so you can establish that nurturing love with anyone. It's very cardinal in that sense. But it's like every 2 days though. Every 2 days for some reason, to the point where it doesn't make sense. It's like, how come it's impossible? Because Venus and Cancer will take the drama and then they'll nurture it and then they'll actually be able to soothe and in some cases heal it. But then the drama gets even worse. Just when you thought, because it's emotions. Let me just like skip to the real reason. We were talking about icky emotions. No offense, Cancer. But see, Venus is a charmer. And that's what people keep forgetting. Like Venus usually rules Libra. Libra is a chaos angel. Okay, hold on. You. I'm about to rant about you. Okay, I'm about to go on a rant about you right now. In 3, 2, 1. What's up, Libra? Why do people call you? Why do people think y'all are so peaceful? Why do people think y'all are so peaceful? Even you, Venus. Venus is a finesser. Venus is all about love, right? Romantic, feminine sexuality. But she is a finesser. She will charm you, and then, especially if she's a Leo, she'll be like, you should be honored that out of everyone that I could have charmed, I charmed you. And you over here complaining because I'm doing something you may not like. And then all of a sudden, after Venus turns up on you, you're like, unless you're Mars, you're just like, oh, I'm sorry, Venus. I'm sorry. That makes so much sense. And so you have these Libras bringing peace, even though they started the chaos and no one knew. They got that Virgo 12th house. So there's just certain details. They'll just say here and there, and they'll make someone mad. And then, of course, they're making it look like all they want is peace. And before you know it, two people are fighting each other. And then Libra comes and then creates peace. And then everyone's just like, damn, see, Libra, you're just an upstanding citizen and you're just a complete role model. Look at you doing all this, even though they started in the first place. No one talks about that. No one talks about that. And Venus is the same way. Venus is not necessarily like Gemini that's like sweet and sour. Appreciate you, Diablo. Where it's not in a sense where it's like, oh, I'm sour 1 minute and then I'm sweet the other. It's Venus can be shiesty, okay? Now Venus in Cancer, I'm not gonna lie, is very holy. I'm being very facetious. When we talk about the vibration of Cancer, we're talking about holiness, all right? The water tribe is a very divine tribe. A lot of emotional righteousness with fire brings the spirituality. Usually people who are religious may have a bit of Cancer. It doesn't mean that they ascribe to a religion, but whatever they do, there's this very sincere, holy quality to it. Like an Aries and a Gemini can be like, yeah, fuck shit, yeah, bitch, yeah, motherfucker, ha 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 ha. And Gemini's like, yeah, and then I said this to her, and I don't really give a fuck. And then, but with a Cancer, it's like, yo, there's a sanctity here. There's a sacredness. You can't do that in the Vatican. There's sacred spaces where you can't profane it, all right? As a Gemini, I'm a very much so rebel, so I love sacrilegion. But there's a vibration to sacredness. You know, in the Old Testament, right? Certain priests, certain high priests or high priestesses in other cultures cannot enter the holy of the holies. And what is a high priestess? A Cancer woman. But what is a high priestess? A high priestess or a priest, Cancer man, or just a priest, because not anyone can initiate a peace. But these are people who save themselves for that energy. They devote themselves at a young age to that energy. And they develop a sense of sincerity. They develop a sense of energy that comes with a lot of sacrifice. These are the people that have to keep their vibration pure. These are the maidens that have to stay virgins, right? In its purest sense. And what does that do? It purifies your spiritual energy. So these people, when they pray, like Cancers are the best at law of attraction. I'd be so jealous of them too, because a Cancer can just casually tell you about how they manifested to the T everything they visualize. They have their vision boards. They're singing about it every day. And then they manifested, like they third house Virgo that shit. And it's like there. And then I'm like, damn, I don't have the attention span to do that. It's like I'm Gemini. I'm like, I don't want to actually have to do all this stuff. I'm just going to think about it and talk about it. But damn. And then Gemini will manifest it and not even know they manifested it. They just go out to the next week. But Cancer has power. And this energy has everything to do because of that rank and that holiness. I mean, it's the only sign that's opposite Capricorn. Those evil mother. I'm just joking. Capricorn, which also has to enforce integrity. The reason why Capricorn is a sign of integrity and they're the greatest is because they express everything they do with sincerity. Cancer. Sincerity is being able to express your emotions with integrity. 7th house Cancer. So Venus in Cancer makes some of the most divine lovers, really Venus and Pisces, but Venus and Cancers are amazing partners. Well, that's more Sagittarius. I'm trying to find the right word. They're very special. Venus and Cancers are the most special lovers because they will really understand you at a core level, and they're really all you need in the sense. where they're going to, as is the nature of Cancer, nurture your needs. But it's a little bit different here with Venus because it's not necessarily just a character trait here. Venus loves to do this. So a Venus in Cancer loves to actually care. And now my moon in Capricorn is like, ew. No, I'm just joking. But yes, you know, it's very crucial because on its own, you know, Cancer is a very holy sign. Venus in Cancer here is definitely going to indicate a sense of having a holy heart. And every Venus in Cancer has a holy heart. However, that's just the truth of Cancer. We now need to look at the reality of this. The reason why this is a final battle of love is we're not just going through a Venus in Cancer transit. And in the Venus in Cancer transit, after you express the truth of your heart, you just start to feel that connection. Oh, except the god of death and the evil lord of karma are in Capricorn, opposite of this. And it's just like, oh no, no, no. We're going to have to decide now on how deep you really feel about whatever you feel. That's just the surface level understanding of such so far. But feel me here, guys, because this is it. The reason why you had to go through 6 months of intense supernatural awakening is for this second front of this war. All right. The first one, right after that car wash, the universe pushed us in end of March into April. It was Aries season. People try to attack who you are. You let them know, I am not the one. I am not the one. That was everybody Aries season. It was the greatest ever. It's like, I am not the one. Not me, homie. Not me. Like everyone just had their not me, homie stories. And you might have thought after Taurus season, when you put your defense up and it was all chill, that it's over. No. Welcome back to Gemini season, where some people may try and bring stuff up, or people are just going to be talking their truth. Cancer season, guys, is where the climax of this battle is, as people are going to be full of and extreme with how they feel. And you know how weird people are when they get in their goddamn feelings. Unless they're a water sign. Or especially if they're a water sign. But regardless, shout out to Geminis. It's good to be back. It's good to be back. Let me just talk ludicrous about this shit right now. It's good to be back. Shout out to the Geminis here. You already know this is about to be one of the most lit seasons ever. We're about to have that full moon in Sagittarius. Okay, Uranus is in Taurus. Act like Mercury isn't in Aquarius. Like, it's good to be back. And I just wanted to remark on that. Gemini gang, gang, gang. You know what it is. Air sign gang, gang in that sense, too. But yeah, back in the house once again. Yeah. So, the one thing that I don't look forward to talking about Venus and Cancer, you can't talk about Venus and Cancer and not go deep. The whole purpose of this transit is to manifest very deep love mutually between you and another. And this could be in your 10th house, and you're developing a very deep love for the work you do and for where you're taking your life. Or it could be in your 7th house or your 3rd or 5th house, and you actually connect directly with people who also have a mutual love. A lot of what's going to affect this primarily is Chiron and Aries, but Saturn and Pluto in Capricorn will make you know that they may not want you to win. And if you have been feeling a deeper intensity in hate, if you have been feeling a deeper intensity of negativity, it's the inner darkness awakening more in you and resonating with other people's inner darkness. When we feel this very dark vibration, our minds filter it out through our past experiences, and some people can embody or take on certain ideas of this negativity. This is what I'm talking about with the superpower awakening, where it's superpower awakening isn't just, yay, we're all good people now. Like that whole utopian ideal, that whole utopian ideal is cute, but it's dangerous because it removes and takes away the reality that certain people willingly choose to do things that are subjectively wrong in your world. Certain people, in the sense that there are so many different people who have their own free will decisions within a karmic path, and a predetermined set of free will decisions they can take before they can use magic to get in or out of it. You know, there are going to be things that certain people do that completely oppose you. A lot of the filler arc you went through with Saturn transiting from Libra back to Capricorn over the past 9 years, this was the ending phase of a war. And I'm going to show you this in the Peace Mobile, but for those of you who were born 83, 82, 81, who have Pluto and Pluto and Saturn in Libra, you have a great idea and understanding. Even people born before 82, that period is a completion of that period is completing right now, where we have Saturn and Pluto, okay, meeting up in Capricorn. And in that sense, it's where ever since 82, Saturn has been going around while Pluto has been hitting, and now they're in Capricorn. This was a whole quadrant: Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn. That's galactic warfare, my friends. So when I say 2018 is the victory year before we step into Star Wars, I mean it like that. And that's why I can't just say this Venus and Cancer transit is as simple as you just finding love. Like the whole politics behind you as a sovereign being or enslaved entity has everything to do with whether you can even experience real true love. And a lot of this transit is going to very powerfully reveal how deeply people feel, period. Regardless of about you, just how deeply people feel. In a lot of senses, at the very end of this week, it's almost as if there's great construction being done on how much more depth you can gain and maintain. And the best blessing of Venus and Cancer is really curating and from your heart coming into a way to balance the depths of substance within your super self. This is why this is a battle and war, because you have your own feelings, but then you also have the collective decision. There's certain things that you can't do just because you feel, in the sense of maintaining professionalism. And what do I mean by that? There's certain things you may feel like doing, but when you deal with other people, you can't just deal with your feelings. However, it works on the flip side. There are cases where certain other people may want to deny authentic feelings that you have within yourself, especially when it comes to being deep, especially when it comes to being motherfucking real. And the reason why a lot of people are having issues tapping into that authenticity, it's not that people just choose to be fake or not. It's always an issue with how sincere the trust, of course, and how sincere they can tap into their emotions. And if we look at a lot of mental illnesses, as well as depression, as well as where humanity is at, basic empathy, all this is ruled by water. Basic empathy, emotions, emotional intelligence. We're breaking into greater emotional intelligence now that the air has evolved and we're in this air age to produce more substance in how to even constitute what feelings are ours. A lot of you are feeling feelings that don't even belong to you, but we don't have adequate knowledge. It's out there, but no one's trained really overtly to be emotionally intelligent outside of anything you learn from growing up and anything that's just learned through experience, through indirect teaching. However, emotional intelligence is not just something you feel, it's a whole in-depth world. This alone is why most water signs feel like they're submerged and are alone, to where only other water signs understand that language, or people who are like the same water signs. So I would love to do a peace talk with Ralph Smart. That would be dope. You guys should email him and let him know. I'll reach out to him myself. I think he's a busy man now, but no, he's definitely a busy man. But that'll be lit. Regardless, though, yeah, this is really difficult because some of you are emotionally damaged, and it's gonna be hard for me to say this. Especially, I mean, let me not say some of you are emotionally damaged. Everyone at some part of their life goes through very emotionally trying times. But I'm just trying to have you understand, ever since 2008, Pluto's only mission was to kill your feelings. Like Hades was just like, okay, I'm on this mountaintop and I'm here to completely break whatever you think from an unconscious level you feel makes you great, in an effort to just completely redo your ego over. And so this is why every stimulus some people have to emoting feelings, you feel like, I don't want to say you feel like you're being hated on, but it's like you feel that negativity and your mind might try and project it and play the victim sometimes, because sometimes it feels like you're receiving it, and you are. This is also a psychic defense summit. The thing here is, though, this is deliberate. This has to happen. What's awakening here, other than the new generation of evil, is a greater understanding of your unconscious, so that before darkness can be purified, it has to actually be expressed. All right. Hidden evil, hidden darkness, stuff that you wouldn't know is there because it's subconscious or unconscious. Before light can be shined on it, it has to express itself and you have to see it. So I say this because in a transit like this, where you have this very intense, deep water energy that's as deep as the ocean, and then you have this super extreme, powerful Capricorn energy. If your heart's not pure, some people can lose themselves to the darkness. And when I say it's the final battle of love, in one sense, I'm talking about the final battle within you. where you can lose this battle and completely lose yourself over to the dark. Or you could like become victorious and conquer your darkness and be able to come to terms and be at peace that not everything is perfect when it comes to life, but that's not gonna goddamn stop you, right? And it's so powerful and it's so important because some of you may have to inadvertently lose the battle in order to win. It's not up to me to tell you how to win your personal battle, as that's just the battle inside. What you're going to experience externally may be even crazier because for the first time in a long time, people who don't like each other at all, or people who aren't trying to like each other, and it has nothing to do with liking each other, people who don't necessarily have any incentives or interests of even getting together are going to actually have to compromise, and that may not happen, but it's in the sense where with this opposition something has to be done. All right, so I mean, Venus in Cancer is to Pluto and Saturn in Capricorn. Venus in Cancer could be that person nagging about their feelings, about you don't care about your employees enough. And they're suffering because they're not getting paid as much as they can. And I actually know what they're going through because I actually give a damn, and you don't even know most of their names. Meanwhile, Saturn and Pluto are negotiating building greater franchises. The last thing they care about is what she's talking about, because they have so much money, they can fire everyone and replace them all. It's a real dilemma. And that's what the war comes in. Like, Venus is just going to be there on her own. So who do you think is going to win? But it's not about really winning or losing. Because of this dynamic, there's a huge transformation here where some of you may go ice cold. Some of you may say, you know what? Fuck it. Fuck this love shit. I can't connect with anybody. I think I'm just going to like say screw everything instead. This is why Cancer energy and water energy, this is why people with water, I don't want to say that they're suicidal, but you can feel things so deeply that you lose rationality. And it doesn't mean that there's anything wrong with you. If only there was more knowledge about the elements alone, which there is, we call them temperaments, but if only could be taken seriously, it would make sense how this works. Like, think about fire. When an Aries, when a Sagittarius or a Leo, when they're in their fire and after they just burn everything, eventually the fire cools down. And then they come to and it's like, oh, you know what? You're right. I probably shouldn't have just like completely punched 5 holes in the wall and ruined your $80,000 car. I'm sorry. You know, that's just the element. Like that's the nature. Water sometimes gets so in their feelings and they're either super intuitive or there's fear in it and it distorts it. And that's how water works, by the way. When water is at its purest and not distorted, oh, it's a wrap. You have like the most psychic thing ever, the most psychic energy ever, to where you have to just sit and be astounded by the divine feminine that's working through this emotional current. However, though, when it's distorted with fear, when it's distorted with negativity, it becomes delusional, right? This is why it has to balance Earth, where everything they feel is real. And remember, a lot of people love to, say and key in that a dream that you dream alone is an illusion. A dream that you dream of someone else is reality. Those are one of those sayings that sound really cute because they rhyme and there's wisdom in it, but it's very misleading. Some people have 12th house energy. Some people um, have to remember that, not some people, you're not alone. Like, you're never alone. You're never, ever, ever dreaming something up alone. Delusions and illusions exist, and we call them lies. However, just keep in mind, you can actually see a reality with another entity, like the earth and the planet itself. Many of you have learned that plants are living things. Plants emit their own frequency and their own energy. And a lot of times you may think that just because you're physically in your own space, that means you're alone. This is the whole purpose of this supernatural awareness, to where you're being more aware of yourself as a multi-dimensional being. In order to tap into the supernatural power that you have, you must be in a position to shift your state. You must be in a position to very profoundly and very powerfully stay true to you. And there is a war going on outside. Thankfully, I have civil liberties that allow me to speak freely in this country of free speech. And I have a YouTube platform that I can sit behind regardless of what anybody thinks of whether I should be more active in my community, even though we're creating this community, a community that certain people are too immature to acknowledge is real and has real people, even though they want to dismiss us as just crazy, delusional fanatics who don't know any science. Although through my experience, I've only met mature professionals in the fields of medicine, in fields of science, in fields of education, very delightful, amazing people. You know what I mean? I'm just behind a computer screen, despite whatever anyone may say, and I'm expressing this real message to you. So we're opening up to greater ways of feeling into who we are. We're opening up to more true ways to connecting with people. And this is inevitably going to topple old structures, as the only thing constant in life is change. The nature of these structures are also going to, in very subtle ways, undermine these liberties. Okay? So it's very, think about it. Think about it. Okay? The whole nature of this system is Capricornian in nature, where the devil is not the devil card, which is associated with that. It's not really all about being evil as much as it's about being materialistic and, when needed, manipulative, seductive in a deceptive way. Okay, if we're talking about the shadow of this. So yes, you're always the way this energy works with so much power. Okay, you will be given things. That's the way the devil works. The devil always gives you what you want, but do you know what's being taken from you? Are you too focused on what you're being given? You don't know that you taking it, you might be giving something away. Are you educated on maybe what liberties you truly give away because of how things are painted? It is Venus in Cancer that's going to be trining Neptune and Pisces, that's going to be trining Jupiter and Scorpio, and it's going to be having you feel and see through this. So you're going to be seeing it through how you authentically feel. Things are just going to feel wrong. Certain things that you might have done forever, they're going to start feeling wrong. Like, this isn't right. And think about this. Some of you, everyone who's not even 30, like, if your age is less than 30, then that means you probably have Pluto in Scorpio or even Pluto Libra. And that means, everyone who has Pluto Libra beyond, and especially Pluto Scorpio, you're starting to become 30. That means your body and your mind is finally at a place where you can make independent decisions, in the sense where ever since you were born, you had guardians and entities make decisions for you. Laws and restrictions and things that have effectively defined you. And a Saturn return is where you now, as a mature, responsible individual, make your own decisions for the next 30 years. Some of you, a lot of you, are rejecting completely what you grew up being enforced. And this is that clash. That was that Aries square Capricorn. This is why the rebellion is so much more savage, because it's bigger stakes. There's so much more debt. There's so much more darkness from the era of the 30s and 40s that, no matter what everyone wants to believe, has not gone anywhere. There's this very sick that, and with Neptune and Pisces, a lot of people are wanting to escape. There's this very weird, sick vibe where people just want to forget that certain things that have happened in the past are just gone. Like, there's no repercussions, there's no karmic consequence, and life is just something that you can just focus on the present and then completely change your future. And I mean this collectively, as well as individual things in your life that you have done in your past that you might be thinking you can just walk away from. It's getting very real. This is everything that Pluto and Saturn are speaking on. And I really mean this. Some of you are being more aware of your ancestors. Some of you are being more aware of the celestial galactic energies and the spirit guides you connect with. They are seeing from the outside in. They are also going to have their opinions and their views on what's going on that you have to filter through, as well as everything. And this could just be in the realm of your feelings, your emotions, your ideas, versus everyone that you connect with. This is there's a battle going on for your free will. There is a battle going on for your free will. So fiercely, some people don't even know that they're a part of a war. It's so sinister where there's this false sense and illusion of peace that we all play our part into. So I'm not saying that some mysterious elite, you know what I mean? Not to say that there isn't an elite, and not to say that there isn't a higher structure. That's just class system. That's just basic. Every age, everybody has done that. There's been caste systems in India. There's been systems in England with the monarchy. Every economy, every sovereign territory, and I put that in quotes, has a system. However, it's like this illusion of peace is shattering in this new age of Aquarius. The age of Pisces had brought that illusion of peace where everything is okay. Even though it's not necessarily like you're being told every day that the world is a messed up place. And actually, I don't want to believe the world's a messed up place, but that they're messed up things that happen in the world. All right. This illusion of peace is slowly, this is what people mean when they say the veil is getting thinner, to where, are you really safe where you are? Like, what's to say things in your environment cannot change in an instant? I don't know. Like someone who goes to fucking high school and now it's like, I can get shot. Damn. Like, what if things were really peaceful, right? That means we have to believe that everything is cool in order to do some of the things that we do. And now you have cognitive dissonance deep in your soul, and there's an unconscious, non-corporeal sense of yourself that is clashing with your material self. All these dynamics are being brought up now. This final battle of love is to determine sincerely whether your heart can withstand even the worst of rejection, where you give your all and you provided you give your all, and even if you give your all and you care the most you can and it's still not enough, is that going to break you, or is that not going to take away from the power you've built in your heart? Case in point, for let's say you get cheated on. Let's say you give your all to somebody and you nurtured them and you love them sincerely. You put your heart out there. It takes power to do that. Like someone who's weak can't really do that, knowing that someone else isn't really, working as hard or as hard as they could be. But that doesn't bother you because you love them and you genuinely love them. So even caring for them, you love doing that. And you put your heart out there, and then it's not enough. Not only is it not enough, you feel like you got nothing out of that. Even though you didn't care, it gets completely taken for granted. So certain people, when they experience that, they shut their hearts off completely. They don't only shut their hearts off completely, they say, I'm never gonna love again. Forget it. Or certain people, they're like, oh well, they're lost. They're lost. And this is a very important theme that I want to make sure you grasp, because the wrong thing to do is to feel like you're not good enough. And there's a manipulative sense of how some people can get taken so for granted, where of course, I'm not necessarily even talking about in the sense where you've seen the warning signs, but you didn't want to leave and you just wanted to fill a void in and you love the scumbag. I'm talking about genuinely being taken advantage of to where you're betrayed. It happens. Happens a lot to Venus and Cancer. Actually happens a lot to Cancers. And this is why some Cancers turn into players, because then the Cancer is like, what? So you guys really don't care? Okay, word. and then Cancer turns dangerous. All right. But regardless, this is a very important transit to remind you that somebody's inability to appreciate or value your love is not your problem. It will seem like that when you attach and fixate on expectations, but that's just the nature of life. And there's thankfully opportunities to connect with people who do more than appreciate your heart and actually connect with you. It will be rare because you're rare. Okay, that's the one thing about Cancer. Did you ever notice energy like this is hard to find? That's because it's supposed to be. That's a good thing. If you can find it everywhere, then everyone would be it. So it's something to know. Cancer is special. Scorpio is rare. That quality is rare to find. Pisces is legendary. Okay. And you really want to be open to the possibility that you may really feel your willingness to connect be threatened heavily. This is really the final battle of love here. Some of you are going to have to slay a whole mountain demon and a devil just to connect with the true love of your life. And that's why after Venus in Cancer, we enter Venus in Leo. Venus and Leo, my friends, are only for the warriors who have courage. Venus and Leo, you're going to get that South Node kissing. And it's like you gain victory. That South Node Venus transit is congratulations, you made it out alive. For your courage, you deserve victory. I mean, come on, y'all know Venus and Leo. Venus and Leo's the diva, like, hello, bitch, I'm here. I'm here. And then everyone's like, yes, yes, she's here. Yes, it was so dark without you. It was so dark without you, boo. Yes, but before you can get that, you have to be willing to die for that. So it's like, so a transit's like this. A transit like this is when you find the love of your life, or you connect with someone you love, or even in an existing relationship. And it's like, oh my gosh, yes, finally, finally, I've had that connection. But then Saturn and Pluto is opposite it. And it's like you find out that person is the son or daughter of a mob boss. And it's like you could realistically die if they find out that you're dating that person. And it's like, oh God. I saw a skit. It's like this dude who was like, it's okay, let me not just reference this skit. But yes, that could be the situation. But to bring up the skit again, it actually fits perfectly with this. So it was a skit of this dude who went to his girlfriend's house. His girlfriend brought him over, and he introduced him to his mom. And then he's like, "Hey, what's up?" And his mom's like, "Oh, hey, how you doing?" And then he looks to her daughter, and he's like, "So you're gonna tell him who your dad is?" And then she's like, "No, no, no! I told you don't bring it up, but everyone gets scared every time we do that. So I don't want that to happen." And then he's just like, "Oh no, it's all good. I hope you guys don't think I'm scared. Like, I hope you go." Shoot, I ain't scared of nobody. And then they go up and it's like, who's your dad? Like, should I know? Is he the Rock or something? No. Bing Rames? Like, no. Nah, it's all good. I ain't afraid of your daddy. Just letting you know, I'll beat the crap out of your daddy if he wants everything. It's all good. And then he's like, oh, okay, well, let's get freaky if you're not afraid. And then he's like, oh yeah, no, it's all good. He's like, I ain't even worried about your daddy. And then Blade opens the door. Blade, like the Blade, the vampire Blade, and then he's just like, oh, oh, he runs behind her. He's like, oh, oh my God, oh my God, who did you do? Who did you do? Oh my God, oh, that's my dad. Blade, what? Oh, Dad, this is my boyfriend. And he's like, I ain't your boyfriend. What? No, what? Huh? Hold on. It could be like that. It could be like that. You guys think I'm playing. You guys think I'm playing. Like you can meet the love of your life only to find out that their parents are basically like a retired vampire killers, where they actually are like assassin vampires, or just something scary. Okay, where like this thing has to do with like connecting with something you love. Even if there's a gun to your head, would you still do it? Would you still do it? Or would you just be like, would you, I don't want to frame it that you're being a coward, but would you like just give up? You know it's gonna be important because it's gonna be something that your heart fully connects to. So that's the incentive not to give up. It's just gonna be sincere, true love that you're going to really connect with through this transit. But it's love that's ready to transform your whole world. And this final battle, this is the fatal battle of sincere love, because expressing the sincere love will cause casualties. Here's another example. Let's say you're in a group or a collective that professes their love for what you believe in. And it's like, damn, I love this. I ride for this. I love astrology. I love the cosmos, where, you know, it's a convention. It's amazing. everyone in the conventions like, I love this crap. I love this spiritual path. I'll do anything for this spiritual path. I'll never forsake this spiritual path. And then the lights cut off, and then, you know what I'm saying, the lights cut back on, and you have ex-military CIA trained operatives all strapped, night vision goggles, automatic weapons, all hijacking the convention, talking about, we don't like your spiritual path, so we sanctioned, we're going to get away with whatever happens here. If you denounce this spiritual path right now, this is a very extreme example. If you denounce your spiritual path right now, we will let you go and you could be free. Okay. However, if you still profess it, it's over for you. We're going to end it. That's how extreme this opposition is. This is no wimpy opposition. And you can see the difference in opposition strength. It's just going to be Venus, because Venus is going to leave Cancer June 13th, and that's when the sun is barely going to be at the end of Gemini. Nothing else is going to give Venus support. If maybe like the sun was there, then they wouldn't be able to come in like that. But, you know, so this is going to be life or death. It doesn't have to be that extreme. Some of you can end relationships forever because you just really take that love into a love-hate, and certain things just come out that weren't supposed to come out, or certain things are done. Because Venus is in a Cancer, because Venus is in Cancer, the cardinal sign, the general, the spiritual general, this isn't about ideas. When Venus was in Gemini and in Taurus, we were feeling into our worth. We were really, loving our values. And in Gemini, it's very ideological. This is still your internal world. Now we're out the gate. Cancer, we're doing things with the truth of our love. And I really do mean love. I really do mean romantic love. I've personally been focusing away from that, but who do you love? What do you love? Sincerely, do some of you still want that true divine union, that spiritual type of love? Do some of you want that loyal type of love, that reciprocal, mutual type of love? It's here for you. All you have to do is be willing to be sincere and to put your heart out there. But it's not going to come without its risks, if you get what I mean. So it's easy to say here, oh, peace dealer, if that happened to me, they can kill me. It's all good. I still love this spiritual path, right? There's some people who will be honest. It's like, well, I mean, I really don't care if I lie. I got family at home. So my only prerogative is to get out of here safe. And, there just may be some people who are generally scared. And it's like, oh, no, okay, maybe I don't love it like I thought I do. Which actually, that doesn't mean you don't really love it if you're coerced to do that. But you know what I mean? Like, as opposed to people who stand up to that opposition, right? Venus standing opposite Saturn and Pluto, right? Which is the authority with Saturn, and then actual death with Pluto, standing up to it like, what? I know there's nothing I may be able to do, but I do love this. And it could be over. It could be over. Okay. I do love my fridge. Okay. But it really may be my pillow. I really just love food in general. But anyway, yeah. It's extreme stuff. The extreme sense of it is where you're not necessarily going to be able to loophole your way around this. And the purpose of this is to test and also kind of go through those trials of how deeply you can love. This is going to immediately square Chiron and Aries. And a lot of this is really meant to, like, powerfully evoke a much stronger sense of courage within you you're going to be in situations where you might not feel your most confident because a lot of this energy is very serious. Even for those of you who are used to this serious energy, just because of how much may or may not be at stake, it matters less about the stakes and a lot more about how willing you are to stay sincere and stay true. All right. A lot of people are conveniently authentic. As a Gemini, I'm guilty of this myself when I want to be, but it's not the easiest to be sincere and to actually say how you feel. This is where and why I say the dark forces want to kill Aries. The dark forces want to kill Gemini. They can't kill Taurus because they try to bribe Taurus, and Taurus was like, okay, if you kill me, you're not going to eat. You're down here, right? You're not going to have no food, and nature will attack you. And you're like, okay, we'll leave you alone. But the reason why they want to kill Aries, original authenticity, and Gemini, free thought and truth, is because they can't touch Cancer. They really want to kill you, Cancer. They really want to kill you because Cancer is the juice. The attack on nuclear families alone, which allows people to have their own sincere feelings. And you can see this in real life in dynamics where the person who says how they really feel always gets in trouble. When the person who lies in the terms of being polite gets rewarded and is polite. When that's not being polite, you're being fake, you're lying, right? Versus expressing how you sincerely feel. It's not really easy to be sincere. Sincerity comes after Aries. It comes after knowing your worth in Taurus. It comes after speaking your truth in Gemini. So you finish that first 4 elements speaking through your heart of Leo with sincerity, but not everyone has sincerity. And it's going to be a battle. Trust me when I say you can be in situations where you have to make the decision to be sincere, maybe at the cost of not what you own, because nothing can be taken from you, but at the cost of something you want to establish. You know what I mean? Maybe you just met somebody who you really feel you have a deep connection with, but the way they live their life and who or what they do, certain things might not gel with you. And this is where it's like a battle of love where, well, are you just going to sweep it under the rug because you like them and you're not really going to speak to them about it and you'll just ignore it? Or are you going to be sincere, where if you're sincere, they may stop calling you. They may not talk to you. This is the battle here. This is really to preserve that sincerity. Anything that goes across this will meet the glory of Leo. And once you get into Cancer, you enter the realm of metahumans. Human consciousness is Aries, Taurus, and Gemini, where you have the original and at sometimes the original consciousness, where the low level is the savage level, which is still amazing. And then the high level is the mastered fire, where you're coming into great meaning with your fire. And this leads into the connoisseur, the natural human consciousness, Taurus. We have the basics here at Aries, Taurus, and Gemini, right? Where it's your fire, your consciousness, and then earth, your senses, your 5 senses, Taurus, the connoisseur, where they do everything that's natural to them, the shaman, they're grounded with nature, all right? And they build worth, and thus they build economy and trading. And then you have the enlightened human consciousness, at Gemini that bridges all three, where you have the raw instinct, but then you also have with Aries, then you have the five senses and the touch with Taurus, and you have the mind, Gemini, enlightened consciousness, where you see outside of Plato's cave that there's a whole new world. Holy shit, I have so much new questions to ask. Then you step out of human consciousness into the land of the metahumans, where you have superpowers. So you can have a magician as at the Gemini consciousness that can change the situation, but then you have Superman at Cancer that can fly out of this atmosphere. Okay, there are a lot of Cancers that are metahumans. And then you have Wonder Woman at Leo, who can even perform more extraordinary feats as the strength of consciousness through the heart. And what makes Cancer and Leo metahuman? The depth of feeling in that you are made up of more than 90% water, and Leo, the heart that literally strengthens your willpower and achieves everything. And then, of course, you have like the masters at Virgo, and then the gods and goddesses at Libra and to Pisces. We're not going to talk about them. But anyway, yes, the most special zodiac sign ever is Cancer. The thing about specialty, like think about that thing. I really want you to keep in mind how water works. The thing with being special is like, yeah, you can be brilliant and you can be smart, but then you can be special and have a characteristic that no one else can do. It's something that distincts you. It's something that feels good, right? It's your specialty. It's something that you do, right, Cardinal, exceptionally better than anything else you may do. And that you love. It's your specialty because it's something you love doing. It's something you care about doing. Okay. There's such a profound evolution and rather transformation of how powerful you love through this transit. And the reason why I say it's a fatal battle, I said final battle, but the reason why it's actually a fatal battle is because there will be some casualties. And there's a facet of the way you love that will transform forever. In most of your cases, some of you may never be single again. In some other cases, some of you may find that someone that you loved is evil, like real life evil. You just had it all wrong. For some of you may realize certain people you hated, you had no reason to hate. And it's like, oh my goodness, I think I could actually really get along with you. We've cleared our karma. The possibilities are endless, but really depend a lot on the decisions you make. However, yeah, just really be open and really be mindful to this dynamic. It's going to very powerfully bless you with a much greater state of mind, because everything Venus is going to highlight through this, the sun will go through and Mercury will go through at the end, as we will see now as we hop into the Peace Mobile. But of course, my battery is dead. One moment while I change my battery. That's what I'm feeling. Yeah, I'm gonna do that thing. As you can see, we're starting this Venus transit sextile Uranus and also quincunx square this. So one thing that might be misleading is this quincunx that we are just stepping out of is relevant. We have officially shifted gears into deeper supernatural awareness. So many of you are knowingly or unknowingly having constant telepathic conversations with your soulmate. And in most cases, this could be done through conversations with other people who carry on themes of what you are speaking on. If you think of these conversations as purely mental, then you may be misled. It's not just in the realm of thoughts, but also ideas and also things you see at length. And so this quincunx right here is completely transforming how you take action on your love, and taking action on this love is actively loving and caring with the advanced knowledge you have. In other words, you're not just loving, you're loving with your superpowers. Aha. And you're gaining much more advanced cognition subconsciously through your body with what you're going to do while you're gaining greater truth. At the end of this week, however, we have this opposition, and that's where things are going to get saucy. In the sense where you have a very important decision to make. This is the first checkpoint. And this is where you make a decision once and for all for how powerfully you are going to love it. And it is okay, by the way, if you decide against what you wanted to decide for. That's all you have to do is make a decision. Like, that's just really more the important thing. After this week, though, and we move into the next week, we step into grand water trine land. And the first decan of Venus in Cancer is to feel and establish very sacred and important relationships. The second decan is where you actually engage in the process of going to the depths of those relationships. And the reason why it's going to be pretty quick, not quick, but the reason why it's going to get deep very fast is because this heavenly grand water trine is going to just intensify and deepen the feeling of this sincere love with this intensity here, very, very intense, very, very profoundly. And this is what's going to make people very emotionally sensitive and on edge at the same time. Once again, like, you're watching a telenovela and it's just OD dramatic for no reason. Like, you're watching the TV like, why did this have to go left like this? I was totally enjoying the arc of this story. And now you just killed off a character and I don't even know, you're playing with my emotions. It's gonna be like that, y'all, trust me. And then we get into June, and this opposition right here is where we get into the fatal part of this, because the state of your love life will fundamentally transform in a sense where you're now seeing the effects of it in your real life. And in that sense, you're able to, as this shifts out into Leo, gain great awareness of whether you achieve victory from this battle or not. Just look how symbolic it is that at the final degree of Cancer, we have a 22-degree new moon, a master number, establishing and building new truths in your life about who you have transformed or are transforming into and what you're ready to do with all of this. This is right before we step into Cancer season, and we have the climax of this spiritual war in the front of this war. The first front was Aries. The second is the climax, Cancer, and then Libra is the final victory here before we go back into the heart of darkness, no offense, Capricorn, and start a whole new battle and cycle again. If you thought just because we have victory here, the battle's over, oh no. Capricorn's cooking stuff up. So anyway, that's really the Venus and Cancer transit in a nutshell. During that grand water trine, all these fantastic concepts and truths about what's possible you can do, the grand water trine is going to fill it in so you feel it. So everything up until now was you in your inner world building concepts, creating a sketch, building concepts, and then that grand water trine is where the universe fills it in with color so you feel it, and then it's going to get animated in Leo. So if during this process, instead of really standing firm and fighting, I mean, this is fighting a battle with your heart that you know you may lose, and it doesn't stop you anyway. When Venus goes against Saturn and Pluto, I don't think Venus is expecting to win, but I don't think Venus cares because she's going to fight for what she wants to fight for, right? So just keep that in mind. And you're going to really feel your power through your heart before you feel it again and you're aware of what you're connecting with. The homework that I have for you, I have another Uranus and Taurus hack, body hack, and I have Saturn and Capricorn homework for you. Okay. I'm going to say the homework right after the cards. And my bad, pretty nice kid. I got love for Capricorns. I just love throwing shade. And I love throwing shade on Capricorn. Everyone loves throwing shade on Capricorn. But they love throwing shade too. So it just kind of balances each other out. You know what I'm saying? But I got mad love for Capricorn. That's my moon sign. That's my soul. You know what I mean? I almost felt so fake right now. You know how someone's like, "Oh, I'm not racist. I have black friends. My best friend's best friend is black, right?" I just feel like I did that right now. Like, I don't hate Capricorn. My moon's in Capricorn. I love you guys. All right. Anyway, I'm gonna pull the cards for Capricorn and the rest of the signs, and then I'm gonna give you the homework, and I'm gonna give you the body hack. Okay. The only thing is, this body hack is very powerful. So if you're not ready to go through some deep, emotional, transformative, like I love you so much, I hate you type deal, I wouldn't do it. And some of you may not want to catch those feelings. Like me, I'm the type of person where I feel feelings get projected, and my body on its own is like, and then my Gemini is like, "Oh, am I dodging feelings?" Like I don't even dance, but when I'm dodging feelings, I start dancing. I'm just like, it's just the Capricorn moon in me. It's like once I start to feel my heart, like start to feel happy or start to be like, okay, I start to empathize. It's like, nope, ego, 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 ego. I hit you with the ego dance, like, whoosh, whoosh, hell no. Okay. And see, I'm not these spiritual people that are gonna be like, let go of your ego. Very good advice, but I'm not about to tell you, let go of your ego. Okay, just completely abandon it. Accept love. I'm sorry, I'm not the most mature. And you know what? Sometimes you gotta hit the swerve on these feelings. Just be like, whoosh, miss me with that bullshit. Whoosh, it's all good though. It's still Gemini season, so just remember. But anyway, this body hack is going to open and release the seals on your chakras, open the gates of your chakras so that the protection it was having before to close off from vibrations you didn't want around you will now open you completely to accept the full merit of this loving. And for some of you, it could be more than you can handle, which is good because the whole purpose of this is for it to just flood you so that you completely surrender. Just letting you know. All right. And yeah. So I'm gonna do this after I do the cards right now. Aries, Aries moon, Aries rising. Shout out to all of you watching right now. That's really awesome. Shout out to those of you in the live chat. Y'all are super awesome. And yeah, Aries, Aries moon, Aries rising. We have the Five of Pentacles. And I have to talk to you, Aries, because you have that Capricorn square. You have that Cancer square now, and you may be feeling alienated. The whole deal between Aries square Capricorn is the whole deal with low class versus high class. And some of you feel like certain people are playing classist games with you. That's not to say that an Aries can't be classist and arrogant as some are, but it's in the sense where, especially those of you that are openly speaking out against the system, which has nothing to do with whether you like government or not, and everything to do with you squaring Capricorn. Like, you're going through a harsh square. It's just how I said before, how no one really understands what Gemini and Sagittarius are going through with the Neptune square. You guys think that we're fucking delusional, and sometimes we want to be, but we're really just being magical. And it's like, no, motherfuckers, like, it's a Neptune square. You guys have no idea the pain that, because it doesn't really hurt us that much, and it's Neptune. So Sag and Gemini are like, we're in the spirit world, like, hey, no one knows they're doing this except Aquarius. And then it's kind of cool. It's just slight embarrassment. But Libra and Aries are going through pain, y'all. Libra and Aries actually have pain they have to deal with because it's a Pluto square, and Pluto squares hurt. Pluto squares are very transformative. It's and then Cancer is going through a Pluto opposition. So Aries, you may really inadvertently feel and have been going through a really hard sense of just not feeling like anyone has your back. And I pulled this with the Queen of Pentacles because if you don't feel valuable, someone who's very valuable, I feel, is going to see into your worth and kind of help nurture you out of that. You know what I mean? She's not going to do like everything for you, but it's almost as if like she'll bring back, especially for you Aries women, just like bring back that queen part of you. Not that you didn't have it, but there's a lot of psychological manipulation happening to Aries, and they're not in a position to really speak out against it because of that square, because they don't have that power. Well, they have the power, but they can't execute that power as well. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Taurus, Taurus moon, Taurus rising, not surprising. We have the Four of Pentacles. So this transit for you is going to speak of you definitely gaining recognition and, more importantly, stabilizing greater ground. You're going to, keyword here, stability, your way to the top. No, I'm just saying it's not to the top, but I'm trying to really think about how this applies with this whole final battle. I get the sense for you, some of you, this Four of Pentacles could actually be someone. But yeah, you're just going to be getting money, Taurus. Let me just be real. Like you're just going to be realer. You're going to be getting paid. All right. You're going to be able to save a lot more of that money. So you might as well just buy your way into love. If you see a partner, just buy your partner. I swear, only Taurus can do that. It's not fair. Like a Gemini or Aries or Aquarius, if we try and like flaunt money or buy someone, they'll be like, you can't just buy me. I am worth more than money. A Taurus can buy you. A Taurus can just, how much do you want? Here's a check. You're coming with me tonight. Like, and no one will think anything of it. That's because you have Venus. It's not fair. It's not fair. Okay. Anyway, Gemini moon, Gemini rising. The card that I have for you. Ooh. Ooh, I got the Magician. Yeah, that's amazing. It's really cool too, because it's speaking of connecting with your most compatible soulmate. Some of you are going to have that encounter. Some of you are already with your most compatible soulmate, and this is all about communication. You're definitely going to have very magical, riveting mental stimulation and connection. So yeah, definitely believe in yourself and know that whatever you're focusing on as far as the sincerity is definitely manifesting. So amazing. This is really cool. Rojim, right? I know you say about time, but I got Venus in the 12th, opposite Pluto and Scorpio. Sometimes I think I'm love cursed, but I'm not love cursed. I have an imaginary bae. And every time I get with people in real life, she cock blocks these unfortunate and sexy women in the weirdest ways. And now I have to somehow tell this lady in real life, sorry, my imaginary bae is jealous of you and she doesn't like that I'm getting with you for real. And now all these freaky things are happening to get in the way of us connecting. It's not fair. Cancer, Cancer Moon, Cancer Rising. We have the Strength card. The Strength card is definitely speaking of you connecting very passionately with who and what you love. Honestly, I get the sense that Gemini and Cancer might be connected in this sense, because the Magician and the Strength definitely speak of a lot of infinite connection. But definitely just keep in mind, with the Strength card here, you're going to break into much more tantalizing sexuality. And the Strength card is encouraging you to really hone in on your inner strength and face everything with courage, because it's going to be amazing. Okay. Ooh. All right. Leo moon, Leo rising. We have the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups is speaking of, oh, this is so funny. I split it and I got your card. The Ace of Cups is talking about, I think you might put something on. You're about to manifest that divine elixir and holy grail, Leo. and it's just going to be so amazing. If you're single, Leo, this is definitely talking about new love. If you're not single, Leo, this is definitely talking about restored love, and not in a reset type of way, just like the rose tints are back on, and it really opens up a greater depth. Wonder if it's Pluto. Virgo moon, Virgo rising. The only thing I'm in love with right now is this cheese pizza that I'm about to order. Actually, I don't know if I'm gonna order a cheese pizza, but I'm a little bit hungry and I'm about to fall in love, guys. I'm about to fall in love real soon. Anyway, we have the Queen of Cups, Virgo. I just pulled the card of falling in love. So this is the Cancer card. This is the Cancer woman. So Virgo men, this Queen of Cups. Do you guys remember last time when I said I was gonna order pizza? My bad, Alfie. I actually never ended up getting that pizza. It's sad. I just ended up kind of like, I don't even know if I ate. But yes, I still am always ordering pizza. Cancer, Virgo, this is talking about you're gonna fall in love though. This Venus in Cancer is, and I don't want to say falling in love. You're just going to really deeply, 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 deeply be in love. It doesn't even really matter for who, as much as it is that you're in that state. Because in that state of deep love, this is going to very powerfully strengthen your emotions, and it's going to circumvent you overthinking situations sometimes, which is not as bad as it used to be, you know. Yeah. Keywords, deep feeling, deep feeling. Especially if you're more so the mental Virgo that really does stay in their head. You're gonna go on a vacation through the fields, but it's just not gonna be weird. It's just gonna be really like, oh, I've mastered this now. Damn. Okay. Astro Dim 7 said, Virgos are gonna fall in love with organizing their closet. Facts. Their closet is already organized. They're just going to mess it up just so they can organize it again, even better. Facts. Libra, Libra moon, Libra rising. First of all, Barney is a goat, and Barney is the goat, and Mr. Bean is a motherfucking legend. Like, Mr. Bean is a gangster and a legend. So yes, I do fuck with Mr. Bean. Straight up G. Libra, we have the Chariot card for you. So this is definitely just talking about catching that W, getting that W, driving that car into that W, knowing that it doesn't matter how hard things get, you just need to have victory on your mind. This is a very competitive card, okay? This is very much so, you know, Cancer card, and this is a powerful card to get for you because a lot of the success is going to translate over into your career, which is probably the success you're wanting to get, right? And I do mean success, like crossing the finish line success. Like it took me a while to get the success. Like now I can step into the next chapter success because I did it on my own and I took control. I know, Libra, you like to say, I didn't get here on my own. No, you're going to be saying that this transit. You're going to be like, yes, I did it. And you're not even going to like catch yourself. Scorpio, Scorpio moon, Scorpio rising. We have the Judgment card. The Judgment card is definitely speaking of great awakening. And I mean like reality check awakening, in the sense where your world is going to completely change, but everything that changes leads you to your higher purpose. Although I don't know why I keep on getting the sense that I keep on getting and hearing the keyword cheaters. Like like it's a judgment card, you're just having you're just having a really amazing date with your girlfriend. It's like probably one of the better dates you've had with your girlfriend. And then all of a sudden your wife has to ruin it with cheater cameras, and then cheaters come everywhere. And it's like, damn, I was only having a great date with my new girlfriend, and my wife just has to fuck it all up. Okay, I get the sense that's really the vibe of this judgment card. And just be prepared for things to really just the trumpets to blast, right? Astro Dim, damn you, wife. I was just trying to have fun, activate my fifth house. All right. Sagittarius, Sagittarius moon, Sagittarius rising. We have the Four of Cups. So the Four of Cups is definitely talking about contemplation. I'm not going to lie, especially because there's going to be a choice for you to connect very passionately in love. Cancer kind of, I think Cancer energy kind of knocks you out sometimes because you're so passionate that when you get passionately emotional, it can supernova you. But yeah, you honestly, Sagittarius is just gonna sit this one out, guys. Sagittarius is just gonna see. Okay. Sagittarius is all seeing, right? So everyone is going to really just go through the waters of death. I mean, their feelings, and Sagittarius is gonna see what entails diving in those waters. And Sagittarius is going to be like, yeah, I'm good, guys. I'm good. I'm just going to, yeah, it's all good. I'm straight. Yeah. I'm going to sit this one out, guy. You're going to see Sagittarius curving people. Like a Sagittarius might want to get with you, but they're like, too many feels, too many feels. Cash me back Leo season, homie. Too many feels. But they're yeah. So, and Sagittarius, I totally recommend it. I get this because the Four of Cups is always about making sure you're not too in contemplation that you miss good opportunities. But I think the universe is just sit this one out, homie. I don't think it's worth it. I think it's almost like you're just gonna have to really and just know this opportunity is gonna come from I think another message for you, Sag, is you're considering certain possibilities, but the right choice from you is just gonna come out of nowhere. It's not gonna be one you choose. It's just gonna be one that you have to accept. Oh, perfect. Take the cup, Sagittarius. Take the cup. Take the cup, God damn it. Take the cup. That's all I gotta say. Capricorn, mystical color Sag. Nice to meet you. Thank you for joining us. Always love Libras. We can't have too many. Capricorn, Capricorn moon, Capricorn rising. We have the same card as Cancer. So Cancer and Capricorn and Gemini, you three may be linked to where, if anything, Cancer, you may be more linked with Capricorn than Gemini. But there is going to be that Magician Strength card affinity, which is great. The Strength card Capricorn is the same for you, for Cancer. And I mean, both of you have to deal with the intensity of Pluto and the opposition directly the strongest. So I think it's going to be Strength card versus Strength card. But really, you're going to gain so much inner strength and passion, and you want to focus on your passion through this. You're going to really gain so much courage through this. Aquarius, Aquarius moon, Aquarius rising. Yeah, divine evolution. Damn, there you go. Double strength. That's a win right there. Spy versus spy. Drive through poet. You're so dead on. Aquarius, come on down. We have the Ace of Wands for you. Come and get this wand. Come and get this wand of everlasting life. I mean, there are leaves growing real time to where anything you spark will just give life to it. So this Venus in Cancer can spark anything new. I see it as like a wild card. It's going to talk about very passionate encounters. And shoot, it could be from a Cancer or a Capricorn. They might just fancy you and be like, I want to have sex with you, Aquarius. And yeah. So there you go, Aqua. And ooh, Pisces moon, Pisces rising. Yam yam. We have the Six of Cups. Oh, you're gonna connect with your soulmate. Ooh. Ooh. You are truly mutable. God damn you, fishies. Oh my God. Okay. So Pisces, you're gonna have like this very innocent, pure connection with someone where it's just so clean. It's so pure. It's like, oh my gosh, I can cuddle you all day, every day for like the whole day. And it's just still yay. But then at the same time, we have the devil card. So it's like you're also going to connect to them in the sexiest, raunchiest way. You're so mutable, Pisces. Oh, what's wrong with you? So you have this like, oh, there's nothing wrong. But you have this like very soulmate, innocent connection, but you have the sexual connection. And for some of you Pisces, this could be a new lover. For some of you, this could be with an existing lover. And these dynamics of this connection are going to be fully fleshed out. Venus in Cancer is your fifth house of very tantalizing romance. So yeah, that's amazing. Am I jealous? Yes, I'm very jealous. But damn, enjoy that. Pisces is a freak. Damn. You are right, Wishamutha Woods. No, Wishamother Woods. Oh God. Okay. And the card I have for everyone is the Death card. So no, you're not going through this transit and coming out the same. We are in Venus and Cancer, and know that by June 13th, you're exiting the transit completely transformed. All right. And in that sense, the homework that I have for you is to do a ritual, do a private ritual, and evoke your secret lover, evoke your true, sincere lover, and manifest it. So all you need is a candle, preferably a red candle. If you know anyone who makes candles personally, holler at them. But go get a candle. It doesn't have to be a fancy candle either. The candle is just really to light the fire. And what you want to do is do the breathing exercise to activate your spirit energy. So breathe in satisfaction. Down to your diaphragm. And then breathe out gratitude. And then, of course, you can breathe in and start to feel in this time-space continuum the vibration of your true love and breathe in their essence. And then breathe out gratitude. And as you breathe them in, visualize. And as you visualize, feel yourself really enjoying their presence. And as you breathe in your diaphragm and breathe out gratitude, okay? Feel that they are already in your life. Feel that this relationship is already here. And I'm not talking about relationship, but rather feel that this vibration is already here. Because this is not really just for romance. This is supposed to transform the sincerity you connect with every human being you live across. Because Venus is more about interpersonal relationships than just relationships. However, you're going to manifest relationships, and this is a very great way to do so. Even in existing bonds, feel that it's there. Okay, so what you've done is you've done step one. You have charged your emotional body and have called in your soulmate. They could be, if they're next to you, then it's even more powerful if you do this with each other. Okay, super pimp shit. I mean, super amazing stuff. All right. Okay, anyway, after you charge your body, you want to maintain this diaphragmatic breath and you feel their presence with you. Okay. Keep on staying in this state. This is where personally for you, you can add and do whatever more to this ritual. You can start playing like very romantic music. You can, ooh, for those of you who want to do this on steroids, you can curate a playlist that is specifically for you, your soulmate, and this vibration, and also this shared energy you have. You can have a special playlist that you listen to, because the music that you really attach to will definitely accelerate this manifestation. All right. So after you breathe this in, you can, as you get the candle, you can listen to the playlist. This will enchant the experience. And in that state and vibration where you're very relaxed, your homework is to light that candle, okay? And all that energy that's around you, I want you to focus intently on all that energy going into the candle and program the energy of that candle as you breathe in and breathe out gratitude to light. As it lights more, it intensifies the energy and it's calling in the energy. This is your Venus spell. This is what you're going to take to Saturn and offer up to Saturn and Pluto. And so after you do that, and you can add way more to that, because some of you, you're way better than me at rituals. So you can totally do your own thing here too. And then it's going to be super powerful if you are a partner already. But this is a really powerful way to evoke the Two of Cups energy and manifest you a boo thing. If you want a boo thing, this will work. And hold me to that. So here's my disclaimer. Like, here's my guarantee. If you do this homework and you want increased bliss in your existing connections and or actual like new partners, this will work. This will work, guaranteed. And after you light that candle, set it on your special place or altar and just let it burn. And after that, do the breathing exercise again, recharge your energy. And from now until June 13th, all you need to do is keep that awareness, keep that focus. Doesn't have to be 24 hours a day. You can set up times every day where you do it, and then you go back to that candle and you just feed it love every day. And I don't want to tell you how to do that part. Some of you can just do it once, let it burn out. Some of you can replace the candle each time it burns out. The more you put in, the more you're going to manifest. All right. And I just kind of gave you the template, and that's your homework. Now, for the body hack, okay, what you want to do is integrate the breathing exercise again. The body hack was actually said the body hack with the homework. The body hack is to do the breathing exercise for the rest of Venus in Cancer. That's the first step of the body hack. The second step of the body hack, okay, is to integrate your trademark superpower with everything you're doing. And that is Venus in Cancer, sextile Uranus and Taurus. So do everything you're doing on a surface level and then integrate your quantum shift everything and then take it to that level. Start channeling their higher self. Start shifting the frequency in a greater level. Do an advanced ritual. The reason why I leave it open is because this will be as unique as who you are. And yes, thank you guys once again for tuning in. Get excited because despite all this, dreams are coming true. And there are encounters that are more than beautiful for you and will do more than last, but transform your whole life at last and help you break through to greater and newer truths. And with that being said, let us get to the super chat. Peace. All right. Larry Jacko, thank you very much for the tip. We have the Five of Wands. So the Five of Wands is speaking of you being in a position to really stand out in the face of competition. And that's honestly as simple as brainstorming with like minds and just being able to deal with clashings of personalities. Don't take it personally, rather, basically. And, you know, don't take it personally, but rather just kind of flow with whatever friction arises. Lily 626, we have the strength card for you. And the strength card is definitely speaking of you coming into much greater inner strength that's going to shape a lot of how you move, and a very tantalizing and passionate encounter that will occur as soon as now. Morgan Best, the channel message that I have for you is do not worry about the lies that are circulating around you and the misunderstandings. The image and vision that I have with and for you is darkness. You're wading through a lot of darkness, and there's certain responsibilities that are thrust on you. And Spirit is saying that it's not even your initiation. You already had your initiation. This is the final test for you to show you that you can go into a situation not the most prepared or unprepared, and still completely succeed. And the High Priestess is saying this is the final test of your intuition, where you're going through a specific trial where all you have is your intuition, and this is meant to actually fully evolve it. So past this darkness, which is going to succeed once you enter Leo season and finish that final eclipse, just go through Cancer season fully confident, okay? Astrodim 7, we have the Two of Pentacles. If you are definitely in a position where you are really productively asserting and expressing your work, keep up that work, because it's going to really help you gain more money, and you can trust alternate income streams and actually invest in your income streams. Okay. Oh wow. Okay, so Diablo Casar has decided to pull cards for someone of my choosing. And so I'm going to pull it for Goddess Mother of 10 and L Lily. Goddess Mother of 10, L Lily, and World of Benadryl. You are the 3 lucky winners. Thank Diablo, much appreciated. Goddess Mother of 10, we have the Chariot card. And the Chariot card coming with the Two of Cups is talking about you and a partner very powerfully and effectively getting through any challenges you have. This is going to be a very powerful victory you have as a partnership, and it's just going to be very amazing. So you have that to look forward to. L. Lily, we have the Justice card. Ooh, cheaters are going to get found out. So if there's anyone who has done you wrong, I think someone who's been sneaky, they're about to have a run-in with the law. This has a lot to do with, you want to make sure you yourself are not out of integrity with the law, because this is definitely going to either indicate getting away with something or getting found out. So keep that in mind. But I get the sense if you've been needing justice against someone who's been doing that, it's here. World of Benadryl. We have the High Priestess, and the High Priestess is coming with the King of Wands, in the sense where I think you might necessarily be in a position where you're going to say, I told you so. The Queen of Pentacles is finding out that intuitive guidance that was given was 100% accurate. And this is going to give you independence in how well you have more courage using your intuitive ability. Sonia, Sanhu, we have the Three of Cups. So you want to definitely enjoy and celebrate your life and take some friends out. But I get the sense there's great news that will encourage even greater celebration. Dark Raw Indigo. If you are single, there is a brand new, passionate, exciting relationship that Venus in Cancer is going to spark for you, and it's going to be amazing. This is entailing a partner who loves you just as deeply, if not more, than you love them. And it's just amazing, okay? Electricity. The card that I have for you is the Four of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles is definitely speaking about you gaining a lot more money and also gaining a lot more recognition, okay? So that's your birthday message. Prepare for greater financial stability. Let us live. We have the Empress card for you. So embrace your beauty, because there's definitely going to be a lot of positive abundance and unconditional love that you'll be able to embrace through this transit. Chris Strickland, we have the Eight of Cups. This is saying you probably just need to walk away from your situation. And in your case, I'm getting the sense that the emotional connection to you, you feel like they get it. You feel like they're going to care, and they're not going to care. So it's just better like walking away. Joa, the Alien Goddess, we have the Knight of Cups. So this is really talking about an invitation to romance. And oh, this is great. You're the Queen of Cups here, I think this Knight of Cups is going to sweep you off your feet, and you're going to have a very intimate, deeply emotional connection with this Knight, okay? Joanna Lorenzana, how do I prepare for my new cycle to start? By killing everything from the old cycle that does not belong in the new cycle. Completely dead it and make sure it's done once and for all. Ooh, like that. Masai Lady, we have the Strength card for you. You're going to have this encounter too, where it's going to be a very powerful, strong individual who passionately expresses their desire for you, and you really enjoy this. In some cases, I see this as your inner strength, goddess self, activating as well, and then facilitating this. Chemistry, we have the Four of Pentacles for you coming in with the Queen of Cups. So this is definitely going to really bring great financial stability for you as well. Or it's not like the card drawing will, or magical, but it's really speaking of you gaining greater financial stability with extra compassion through your emotional mastery, which is a very powerful combination. It's a lot of mastery and stability. Swirly 777, I have the Three of Swords for you. So as a transit message with the Hermit, you're going to really be introspective about certain heartbreaks and betrayals that you're coping with, and will learn to find better ways of getting over, okay? Khalil Lewis, we have the Judgment card. The Judgment card is definitely speaking of your whole world awakening to your higher purpose. So just prepare for a greater shift and a huge change. Nika, what's new on the path of love and pure intentions? Everything, in the sense where your old world is over. And this is going to really create a bit of a colder you. And I think this is not the first time I'm pulling the Queen of Swords for you, but there's definitely a much more, not bitter, but very calculating, serious professional side that will put you into a lot of power that you already have, but you exert. Once again, very professionally and very effectively. Jamison Ryan, who is my divine partner? The Capricorn or the Taurus? Okay. So I hate to, tell you something cliche, but it's actually the Virgo. No, I'm just joking. Your divine partner is you. And the Capricorn or the Taurus will namaste the shit to where it's like the divine in them will meet in you. And I have to say it like that because it's not necessarily like the Capricorn is more or less your divine partner than the Taurus. Both the Capricorn and the Taurus have the potential to be your divine partner. So when you remember that you are a divine partner in the sense where you can be someone's divine partner. So you are a divine partner. This is what will let you know who matches that. All right. So the Wheel of Fortune and the Hermit is actually speaking of perhaps someone coming through and really like changing the situation. It might really be neither. With this Hermit card here, you could meet someone else completely. All right. Layla Jade, is it going to get better or should I walk away? The Queen of Swords is definitely saying you don't have to walk away from anything, but you can enforce and make it better. If you're walking away from a situations, yeah, especially with the Justice card, this is Libra Libra. So you're it's gonna get better because you make it better. The Queen of Swords doesn't walk away from a situation, she makes it right. And she applies her intellect and she tells people what needs to change so it gets better for her. She don't play around. Like she's very fair, but she can be very frightening. It's like Judge Judy if she was mean. Okay. Beltangi on purpose, like not trying to be like coy. We have the Six of Cups for you. So this is definitely going to indicate a reunion of, I think, a good friend that you really connects with you on a pure place. And it's really going to bring you back to the old days of nostalgia. Okay. Did I make the right decision with my cat man? Does he love me? 100. Yes. Both of you have reunited. All right. Which is amazing. And if anything, the Tower card is talking about a surprise reunion party that the universe does for both of you. Okay. Cindy G. Ooh. Hold on, let me do this again. Cindy G, we have the Empress and the Page of Wands. So the solar eclipse on your birthday is going to establish so much new beauty within you. You're going to be very excited. This is going to be a very fun time. And not only that, it's almost as if like you tap into your inner goddess self. And with that wonder, there's so much excitement because it's like, there's so much I can do with this. You're going to get your sexy back, you'll feel. And I don't get it in the sense that you've lost it, but in the sense where you reclaim it. All right. Rebel Jade's fire. What is my superpower? Ooh, we have the Page of Pentacles. So your superpower is definitely related to earthbending and has much to do with connecting with destiny and making everything you put your hand to expansive. It's like once you decide to work on something, it's going to expand to the next level, and you can evolve things. So it may not seem like a superpower at first, because the Page of Pentacles isn't really flashy, but it's very grounded and it's dependable. It's something you can rely on, and it works every time you do it. Okay, Stephanie Gwynn, you want to be mindful that there are two different people in your life who are very intimidated by you because of how vocally you express your beliefs in certain facets. And it's not even like in a condescending way, but I think they feel like you'd judge them if they opened up about certain things within them. And they don't realize that you do the opposite. You'd be totally nurturing and wouldn't even judge them. So when you kind of notice these two people they're two different friends, and you just want to kind of encourage them. One's a man, one's a woman. You kind of want to encourage them to, you just let them know, hey, if there's anything you want to open up about, you totally can. You'll know because you'll sense that they're kind of holding back on certain issues, and your intuition will let you know. And with the Nine of Cups, your wish is coming true. So make a wish if there's anything you wish for, and really enjoy the satisfaction that comes. KBS, we have the Ace of Wands. If it feels like the Cancer is disconnecting, it's going to be with their own internal struggle. The Cancer energy is disconnecting with the world because of all the intensity. But the Ace of Wands is saying if it's happening, it's going to spark up again. So it might just be a small fluctuation in the flow, but nothing permanent. Billionaire Chanel, we have the Three of Wands. What's next in your love life are the plans. The Three of Wands is all about forward long-term planning and enterprising as your ships come in. So you really want to look 3 years in your future and ask yourself, what is it you're going to be personally doing in your life that will open up room for where new people can come in your life, as your plans you make for yourself will align with new romantic potential. Aretha Franklin, we have the Two of Swords. The Two of Swords is saying make more logically ruled decisions and hold your heart in check. Don't necessarily trust too many people around you with your feelings until you're ready to make a decision. It's okay to be indecisive now. Miss Kiki, we have the Ten of Swords. The Ten of Swords is saying that you're definitely going to end a difficult situation, and it will have the final fatal end in this fight. It'll have the final end in this fatal battle. Okay. Mer Magic, we have the Three of Cups. The Three of Cups as a true love card is coming with the strength and indicating celebration. The Three of Cups is kind of what you get at a wedding or an invitation, and whatever friendship kind of starts here, it's going to be blissful. So what I kind of get from this Mer Magic, you're going to get along with someone at a very friendly level. Like it's the rapport you have is going to be really cool. It's like you and this person can easily have fun together. And then that's going to develop into a very blissful romantic relationship where the love between you two is very divine, and it's amazing. Okay. Desiree Samuelson, we have the Five of Swords. I love how you said, give me the real deal, dude, on this battle, even the ill. And I pull the Five of Swords. You're not playing around. Oh my God. So yeah, you want the real deal, you're getting the real deal. We have the Death and the Five of Swords. There's bridges being burned. I think you're fed up with the BS yourself, and I think you're going to go on the battlefield and end some things, because the Five of Swords is definitely talking about arguments, but we're talking about ugly arguments where if death is involved, something's ending, hopefully not alive. Okay, so that's you're going to be really in depth in this battle, and I think that's why you asked for the real deal, because you really sense it super powerfully coming in. Okay, positively, Trisha, the universe wants you to really accept and embrace that your vibration. Oh, that makes so much sense. I pulled the Hermit, but I didn't get it at first. Your vibration is ascending to a higher level. And you're going to find yourself getting a little bit alienated, even more so. And that's because your vibration is getting higher, and not in the sense that you're above other people, but like your own subconscious doesn't want to really be around certain vibrations anymore. And it's going to really kind of isolate you so that you can really, during this period, really undercover your own inner wisdom. And after this period, you'll go back out and really connect with more like vibing people. Okay. Nika. Wait a minute. Oh, Nika. Um, you okay. When it comes to the relationships with a person, continue it, but only walk away once you realize it's not worth it for you anymore. Once you discern it's not worth it, then just walk away, basically. Yeah, baby. Shannon Southard. We have the Four of Swords. The message for you is to rest, especially if you might be doing the most with your mind. But yeah, just rest. I think, Shannon, you're doing the most. Shannon, I think you're trying to create a whole revolution and plan, and you're trying to do all the parts and delegate as much as you can. And I think in 2 weeks you'll realize that you just did some legendary stuff, but you need to rest. So whatever you did was amazing, but you still need to rest. In fact, reward yourself by resting, because if you push your mind anymore, you'll get kind of your facets of your mind won't be alert for other spiritual attacks that if you're rested, you only have to think about. Okay. Moonshine Lily. We have the 10 of Pentacles. Cha-ching. So a lot of how you allocate passive income throughout your family is definitely very greatly going to be powerfully, not only understood, but powerfully harnessed. Everyone, the moon is opposite Neptune in Pisces. So trust me when I say, if you make a wish, it will come real. So I forgot to say this too. Make a wish, y'all. And when you make this wish, it doesn't have to be a plan, right? A plan is a wish you make that you make a plan for, a goal, right? A goal is a wish you make with a plan. No, just make a wish. Neptune got wish power in Pisces, and just visualize the wish opening through the Gemini portal and materializing for real from thin air. As far as when it'll come, once things densify here, they have to come within time and space. But rid yourself of how it has to come. Virgo moon will use its intuitive power to deal with the how. All you have to do is attempt. Okay. And yeah. So Sean Andrea, what is love? What is showing for me with Venus being Cancer? We have the Six of Cups, and I pulled this for you before, but I shuffled again. So soulmate love, okay? You're gonna connect with your DC, and it's gonna be through fate. So even if there's interference, like the way your karma is gonna be, it's gonna be to where you both come to each other. And yeah, it's gonna open up and establish deeper connection too. All right. Calypso. We have the Eight of Pentacles. Venus affects your Cancer in the eighth. The Eight of Pentacles is talking about you working at something you're really passionate about. So you're going to really do meaningful work on work you're passionate about and on work that you love doing. And it's just going to be amazing. All right. The Healing Rose, we have the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles is talking about nurturing yourself materially. You definitely want to take yourself out on that expensive dinner date and to buy yourself some new pearls and maybe some new bags. You know what I mean? This is the Capricorn woman right here. And this actually, if anything, could indicate that the influence of this woman is looking at you and checking up on you. Maybe you don't know that she is spying on you, but she is spying on you unless you are this Capricorn woman spying on somebody else. IMP, we have the Eight of Wands. The Eight of Wands is talking about quick, swift flow of movement in your world. Prepare for the arrows of love to shoot forward and things to completely move, not only fast, but also to accelerate quickly. The Love Dragon, we have the Eight of Wands and the Devil card. The Eight of Wands and the Devil card are talking about swiftness in what could be a toxic relationship, but things just moving fast very sexually, okay? You're going to really witness a very explosive sexual encounter that can go faster than you're comfortable with, and it's totally fine. You can trust it, but just make sure things don't go too far because of the quickness. Margaret, we have decimated, okay? But I don't get the sense that it's you getting decimated. I get the sense that you're definitely going to decimate energy around you, okay? So keep that in mind. The death card really is just talking about transformation in your environment and in your energy. So just keep that in mind. The death card was also the card that I pulled for everybody in the beginning. So keep that in mind as well, y'all. Thai Gemini, we have the death card for you too. But it also comes with the Two of Wands as well, and the Seven and the Nine of Pentacles. So for both you and Margaret, we're really looking at a very powerful transformation of your financial world to where you're really getting a lot more independence and freedom to enjoy, okay? Annie, we have the death card for you too. It's coming up a lot. So this is powerful transformation where it's going to really end everything that has been holding you back for better and for worse. David Washer of the Page of Pentacles. So, you know, focus on your projects. It's saying that the focus you're putting on your work is going to break through to the next level, okay? Tiffany, we have the Ace of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles is saying that you want to invest in a new income stream. I think you may have an opportunity to gain greater money through a new stream, or if there's a new project that you wanted to do, you also can definitely invest in it, and it's going to give great returns. Pazia Woods, we have the Three of Swords. So you want to sacrifice what your intuition knows is ready for you to let go. It may hurt your heart, but definitely it will be worth it, and you can definitely deal with it. Be mindful of any betrayal. If you don't trust someone, don't trust them because you could get your heart hurt. Kayla Watt, I love your face too. Miss Beautiful Virgo, we have the Seven of Cups. Yep. I think you're catching glimpses of the divine masculine in multiple potential. And as is a mutable sign conundrum, you may not necessarily be sure where your heart is really being swayed to. There's a fog. You feel something divine on the other side. And the Eight of Cups is saying, walk away from it all. Do not really be fooled by any gold that just glitters like gold but isn't truly gold. Just necessarily seek even deeper meaning, okay? And this is a really good thing because after that is the Nine of Cups, the wish come true card. All right. Rainbow, we have the Chariot and the Queen of Swords. So this is saying the message you're getting right now is you're definitely going to gain victory on your own merit. This is you throughout this period stepping and rising up as an even more professional entity to where you embrace and embody this progressed Libra, Queen of Swords, power, and with the Chariot card, really go into your own victory, okay? So very powerful. Unique Heartbeat 93. we have the Two of Cups. So the Two of Cups is talking about mutual love that's going to establish and manifest itself for you very powerfully and really, 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 really profoundly. It's a Venus and Cancer card with the house on the hills. Um, Honestly, the best place for you to go to university based on this card will be where you love going. Look up any colleges, state colleges, universities, right, that you want to go, and you'll see universities that are higher rated, and you'll see universities that are probably better for you, but go with the one that you fall in love with when you research and you're like, ooh, I love it. That's the one you want to go. Girlfish, the card that I have for you is the Six of Swords, okay? And the Four of Swords. This is talking about rest and transition. Over the next couple of weeks, you're definitely going to find that you really do a lot of calm and great mental work that's definitely going to allow you, above all, to definitely calm your mind. This is really, really good. It's saying that you're moving away from a lot of chaos, you're moving away from a lot of negativity, and you're entering more peaceful times. Okay. Liz Blackstone, we have the Queen of Pentacles. So if this is definitely your boss or parent or job, it's definitely speaking of you applying this grounded tendency to all three. But I get the sense that this influence is here to help you, even though they may be a bit rigid. With the Ace of Pentacles here now, there's a greater sense of management of this new income stream, especially if you're wanting to start a new job. You can go to this Queen of Pentacles, especially to help manage it. Okay. Huh. Lisa Clay. Okay, someone donated $1, but the message was retracted. I'm not really sure who that is. But Lisa Clay, we have the Six of Pentacles. If you need um if you need perhaps any financial assistance, you can gain it. If you are in a position to help, I totally recommend you do so as well. Okay. Walking Miracle. My apologies. Walking Miracle, I for some reason thought you were David Rosher. I don't know why I thought you were two people. Walking Miracle, we have the Three of Swords for you. So the Three of Swords is definitely having to deal with betrayal. And whatever heartbreak occurs, I'm going to finally put an end to it. Okay. Arl Arcayano. What's in store for me this weekend? Arl, we have the Knight of Pentacles. It's the presence of this Virgo energy. This is a very reliable, dependable person. And as far as just an energy with this moon in Virgo as well, although it's not the weekend, the Knight of Pentacles is talking about you being in a very powerful, profound position to experience stability. This weekend, anything that was chaotic will come into a much more stable setting. And it's going to be a more chill, grounded weekend. Nothing too wild, nothing too crazy. For the person who donated $1 but deleted their message, we have the Four of Swords. Okay, so definitely get some rest because there may be some chaos that occurs before then. And yeah, just get some rest here. Contemplating key. The card for Gemini season is the Star. Yes, this is you totally connecting with the superstar and awakening the superstar within. It comes with the Justice card. So this is definitely a very amazing W for you, okay? And very powerful as well. Congratulations. Iota, what's going on with love for me? We have the death card. So if you're single, you may not be single anymore, but the death card is bringing an end to the old world of love for you, certain habits, a certain way that you are. There's a certain way, there's a certain habit perhaps that you also may want to put to rest to open up for greater love. Okay. Cynthia G Live, Miss Leo, we have the world card. So you're definitely going to harness a lot of power. And here's what this means. We have the 10 of wands, and the world is saying you've been working really, 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 really hard on your responsibility. I was going to say something, but there's some things. And you've been working really hard. You've been burdened. And this burden is going to meet with total success, where it's like, yes, I'm completely successful. The hard work I've been busting my ass for, it's been so worth it. It's one of the best combinations to get. And it's really, really powerful. Okay. Jess Mo from Thai Gemini. The card that I have for you is the Three of Wands. The Three of Wands is talking about seeing results of your long-term plans, and it's you definitely putting into motion enterprising plans. You want to really get to the drawing board and see your future. And the Two of Pentacles is saying immediately put in work to hustle and to, of course, productively start and deal with the ups and downs. Eileen, what should I do for my birthday in July? We have the Ace of Wands. You want to do something new? You want to do something passionate? You want to do something exciting? You want to throw a really awesome party? Because the Four of Wands could be a surprise party, but it's definitely, you know what I'm saying, really, really festive. This is talking about doing something that gets the community involved too, because you're going to feel such a strong connection to home. And your birthday is going to be lit, Eileen. Your birthday is going to be super lit. Okay, so thank you guys so much for tuning in. Oh, we got another one. Tay Sanders, insight on my superpower. We have the Chariot. The Chariot card as a superpower is very, 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 very powerful. Okay. Your superpower is to take full control of your environment and really just do whatever you want. The Chariot card on your superpower is such powerful willpower that whatever you decide to do, nothing can stop you. Your superpower is that you have an unstoppable will. And it's also Cancer energy too. So use it to really gain success and celebration as well. Okay. And you guys stay blessed. For super chat, I usually just do one. I don't really even answer questions. I just pull a card and one card for gratitude. So if you do donate more, I won't pull another card, but I will be grateful. And until next time, y'all, peace.